How's it going, Scrub Gamers? Welcome back to another video here at Scrub Games, and today we have the third of the reviews of the starter decks. And as you can guess, this is what I feel, if we're on the third one, this is what I feel is the third best, so the second best technically, of the starter decks, and that is the blue Vegeta one. So you can already guess what I feel is the first one, and if you want to just go straight into that, go ahead. But if you want to understand why I feel this is the third best of the starter decks, then feel free to give it a watch. And remember, as we're trying to get to 1,000 subs, so you can help out the channel in many ways. You can first start off by liking the video if you enjoy the content, and like this kind of content I do for the videos. We're doing a Fusion World now that is going to get reveals, and also still doing it for Masters until that game is discontinued from Bandai. And you can help out by giving it a like. Comment down below if there's anything you agree with. If you agree with the discussion, disagree with it, let me know your thoughts down below. And if you want to see anything on the channel, you can always comment down below what you want to see, and I'll see if I can get that in the works. And also, you can help out by subscribing to the channel, help us get to 1,000 subs. I'm trying to do it by the end of the year, but if we can't, that's fair enough. And you can also click the notification bell to get alerts to when the videos drop, so you can watch straight away, or know that they're available much later when you can. Now that out of the way, let's check out why I feel that the blue Vegeta starter deck is the second best one. So we'll quickly go for the lead because we've already kind of discussed all the things around in the other videos about the things around like the power, like card types and stuff like that, all the little things on the card. And as you can see, got the same kind of skill on both sides. So on either side, when attacking, you draw a card. So you gain advantage by just attacking on either side. And it's got the same awaken as we'll see Frieza has, and also Goku has, which when you last 4 less, draw one card, flip over. Easy enough to get to, get a 4 less life, gain a free card, and flip over so you're then stronger because you can go 15k to 20k. And along with the attack in the draw card, you now have a different skill, so you got your unique skill for this one. And for this one, for Vegeta, is activate main once per turn. If you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, this card gains 15k power for the turn. Now this is really good because it's easy to manage your hand to 7 or less, because you can do it by comboing aggressively or comboing defensively to keep your hand level, and playing things out as well. So it's very easy to manage your hand to make use of this. And when your hand is at 7 or fewer, you basically just for free just go. I'm gonna go from a 20k power attacker to a 35k attacker. So for free, you just get a 50k boost, which is huge. That is so good. And remember, you just have to be 7 or fewer in hand to activate this. So outside your turn, so if you've drawn a card, charge and you have 7 in hand, you can use it straight away then. You don't have to use it just before you attack. You can use it at then, and then play things to kind of gain more cards in hand and stuff like that. Or even use the effect, then swing, so you can then have 7 in hand, use the effect to gain the boost, then swing, drop to 8, and then you're still the boost, because it doesn't go away just because you draw more. So that's a very good lead to start off with, like easy way to draw, gain advantage, and then also gain a big boost on lead once you awaken. So once you awaken, you start hitting for heavier damage, and you're going to want to try and make sure you're getting those blockers out the way to make sure this connects to your lead. To either force them to use a super combo to out combo it for one card, or use a few cards to kind of defend, or take the damage. So that is the leader out of the way. Now let's have a look at some of the other cards in the deck, and this one feels good because it seems to be the one that draws a fair few cards and kind of goes through its deck a lot quicker and recycles things, which is quite nice. So we got 2 of the really good cards that I feel in the deck. The ones that recycle get advantage. These are 2 of the cards that you get a good get the benefit of, like your lead, having 7 or fewer cards in hand, and they have very good fills. They have very good skills. They have pretty decent cost power ratio, because as we remember with the skillless, it's 15k base for a 1 cost and an extra 5k for it. So technically for a free cost it would be 25, and for a 4 cost it would be 30k. So just 5k less than their skillless counterparts for that cost. But they've got very strong offense and having decent power and strong effects mean they're only 5k combo, so they're kind of weak to combo with. But you don't want to really combo them off from your hand to defend. You normally want to play these cards. Because Piccolo is my personal favorite because it's on play. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, add up to 1 extra from your drop to your hand, and you got some very good extras in this deck. The blue deck has some very good extras. I admit it does only have 2 extras like the other ones, but they're very good ones. And we got the Gotenks here, which is on play if you have 7 fewer cards in your hand. Add up to 1 Goten and up to 1 Trunks Youth. Both energy costs are 2 or less from your drop to your hand. So you basically get it back. You get to add back 2 cards from your hand. And those are 2. Remember, if we got a lot of cards that have combo power and have effects, so you got and you've got 2 of each Goten and Trunks in the starter deck, so you've got some good options, and we'll see those options when we get to them. But you've got some very good targets, and that's plussing 1 as well. You're playing a card and replacing it in hand with another card and a second card to gain a +1 is really good. Like the Piccolo's very nice in recycling these very good extra cards, and the Gotenks is very good in recycling back some battle cards to give you more combo power to defend with or more effects to use. So these are my personal favorites from the deck, and already there's like, if this is going to be good, what do you expect from Frieza? But let's continue on with Vegeta because that's what we're here for. So these ones I'm always going to put down as for this we get more, and that's the thing, as we get more extra cards, this Piccolo is going to be like just get better and better. The more extra cards we get for blue, and also like just extra cards we get. And then for Gotenks, the more targets we get for Goten and Trunks, so 2 cost less, the better it could be. But speaking of targets, we got some really good ones. These are your turn 1 plays, and already we see one of the targets for Gotenks being the Trunks. And the first, like, so they're both 1 cost for 5k power. And Trunks only has 5k power because it's a cantrip, and Bulma is the blocker, so you've got 10k combo, but normally you're going to want it for the blocker. And Trunks is a cantrip. So that's one great thing already that the Gotenks get back, is he can grab back a cantrip, meaning you can then play that and draw a card, and then get even more benefits. You use the cantrip, combo off early, like your first turn play, so you got that target already in there, and you can use Gotenks to get it back, so you can then play it back out to draw for your deck further. So like, this deck already draws a fair few cards that cycles through the deck quickly to find its best cards and make use of them. And Bomb is just a standard blocker which you're going to use to defend, and I think it's the only blocker in the deck. And yeah, it's just a decent one. But the only problem is, it's if you've seen any spoilers from the new set, which I'm not going to go over until we get all the reveals of the colors, and I'll go for each color individually. Like, Bulma can be minus by the red deck, but I don't expect this red deck to see more play than the other colors. But still, it's a thing where it's a 5k blocker, so it can be combo, but it's still got a good amount of combo power though. So that is it for the 1-drops there. Then we've got the two of the, one each of the Goten and Trunks. These are the 2-cost ones. I think there is a never 2-cost Goten, I think, or a 1-drop. I think a 1-drop skillless maybe. But these are the Goten and Trunks that have effects. So they're both 2 costs, 15k and 10k combo. So while they're not the strongest on their attack power there for a 2 cost, they still have 10k combo because they've got some good effects. And Goten's got a really nice one. So they both have ways to help you awaken as soon as possible by, when doing certain things, you can add a card from your life to your hand. And for Goten, it's 1 attacking. So 1 attacking, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Then, if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it costs 2 and return it to their owner's hand. Now that's really good because not only does it help you take life in your hand to help you awaken, it then falls in the same say requirements with most of the cards, where if you have 7 or less cards in hand, you gain extra benefit, and it allows you to bounce back to your opponent's hand when a 2 costs or less. And then you might think, why would you want to give back something back to the hand that's 2 costs or less to make him use of it? Like, sure, you're not going to be putting back cantrips in your hand. You're not going to be going put that cantrip back in your hand so you can play it again next turn and draw another card. You're normally going to put back cards that they had to put an energy investment in, so two energy investment in, that don't have things that trigger on play, but they want to keep on board. So if they got a 2-cost blocker on board, you want to bounce that back so that way they can't block with it before you attack, before like they get the chance to, and also they got to pay 2 energy to play it back down, which isn't great. So a really annoying card to deal with in like any of the deck, bounces back their battle cards, but also helping you awaken as well, which is really, really nice. And then you got the Trunks here. He's got a nice little permanent which in your turn, if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, it gains 10k. So it's technically, if you've got 7 or fewer cards, he's a 25k for 2, which is very good. Like 25k for a 2 energy is very good. Like, it doesn't have the power on your opponent's turn, so they can attack into it a lot easier. But still, in your turn, you put in aggression by having fewer cards in hand. And he's got a nice little 1 play as well. Add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, which means you can play it out to then help you awaken. Because remember, the sooner you awaken, the sooner you get a great effect on your lead to make it get an extra 15k power for free by having 7 or fewer cards in hand, but also your 20k base to start swinging as well and still drawing cards. So these are really nice cards and really nice targets. So at least we know now, if you have a good Trunks and you either have 2 10k combo targets for the Gotenks, or you have a cantrip and a 10k combo, which is very good for cost investment from the Gotenks. Spells the Gotenks being a 25k attacker as well. Then we have some of the other big cards on the decks. We have our SR boss card being the Vegeta here, and we also have this Son Gohan. So this Gohan doesn't seem great to begin with. It's got free cost 20k power, which isn't much compared to power to cost, and only 5k combo. But it's got a permanent where during your turn, if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, this card gets 15k power, which for free energy is a 35 cost. If you look at the Vegeta SR, he's 5 cost for 35k power, whereas his free cost for the same power, but not the rest of skills. So that's pretty decent. Just as like harder is like good for aggression, but defending is still only a 20k, but still it's not too bad when you're putting through 25k aggressively, and you can always defend it a little bit easier with combo packs. Easier to defend in this game than it is to aggress, which is quite nice. And then we got Vegeta being the SR and boss cards, so like the ever Goku we saw, 35k power for 5 energy, and 0 combo cost, meaning that it's not going to help you in hand, but it's going to be very good on board. And we'll see why it's better than the Goku, because it's got the same kind of stats, same combo power, same stats, same thing, same skill in double strike, but then it's got different on play, which is on play, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, which costs 4 or less, and place it at the bottom of his deck. So you're not going to be removing anybody's SR, like big threats that 5 cost or more, like the big ones in the decks. But any blockers or anything, you'd be bottom decking it out of the way. So like if your opponent's playing the green, you've got Shimoan, that's going straight to the bottom of the deck, and they're not going to be able to recycle it from Paragus unless they got everyone in the drop. And you're going to be making it harder for them to find those cards and just get rid of it in general. Just get the blockers out of the way, or get potential combo power off their board out of the way as well. And that's not too bad, but then again, for a 3 energy investment, 5 energy investment, sorry, it's still pretty good, but it's not going to be as good as what yellow's got, as we'll see when we get to the video. Then we got a super combo, so exactly the same super combo as the other style decks, but then just different characters. So Videl for this one, same thing, is that it's got a high cost, so you're not incentivized to play it. So I actually don't want to play it when you keep it in hand to defend with, and it's always better to use these defensively because you get a more benefit, whereas offensively it's just a 10k combo, but defensively from your hand is a 20k combo. So that makes sense. And then we got the skillless. So that's the Ever Goten. We got the Ever Goten is a 1-drop 10k. One drop 15k skillless. That's 10k combo. So still, you got the options with Goten. Gotenks, the 4-drop, where you either get 2 10k combo battle cards to help defend or progress with, or you get a cantrip and a free 10k, which is very good. They got nice little options with the Goten, and that's why I feel like the Piccolo and Goten are very good. And this Ever skillless is just a Gotenks, free cost skillless 25k, 10k combo. Basic for a skillless. And then we have a look at the targets that Piccolo can revive, which is the extra cards. So the ones we have for the blue one is we have the Battle Trick, being Gallic Gun, the 1-cost battle card, activate battle trick. And we've got Final Flash being one of the best extra cards in like for all the starter decks, like one of the best ones, the best lot of removal as well. So before we get into it, and also once again, they both have traits being Saiyan. And before we get into the second one, let's have a look at the first one. So we got the Battle Trick being Gallic Gun. So once again, same thing that everyone's have, which is activate battle, choose your leader, or up to 1 battle card, and it gains 50k power for the battle. But remember, each color has a different skill for the second part, and for this one is then if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, draw 1. So this is probably the best one out of the lot, because you use it a 15k for 1 energy, but then you don't lose a card in hand, you gain it back by drawing a card, and you're gonna easily manage your hand down to 7 or fewer, and then use this so you can make sure you get the draw back. And think about how you can recycle this with Piccolo, you can keep using it to draw through, and with a cantrip with this drawing and stuff like that, you're gonna keep cycling through, cycling this, out comboing attacks, putting more pressure on, and keeping a decent hand size. So while your opponent's dwindles or keeps down, you can keep yours around 7 and keep getting all these strong effects and recycling as well. And then we have Final Flash, so similar to the God Kamehameha in red, it's got a way to reduce its cost, so you're not paying it for 2, you can pay it for 1. And the permanent is if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you reduce this cost of this card by 1. So if you've got 7 or fewer cards when you activate it, you get to make this a 1-drop, or yeah, when you activate it. So if you've got 7 or fewer cards in hand, you reduce the cost of this card in your hand by 1. And it's got an activate main, which is discard 1 card from your hand as a cost, so you have to discard a card. But that's not too bad, considering that you want to kind of keep your hand under like 7 or less to keep most of your effects triggering. And the effect is to choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 5 or less and bottom deck it. So that's great. Like, I hits in all the decks outside of green, that hits their big boss cards. So they drop the boss cards, you defend, and just for 1 energy, you can basically just go there, bottom deck it, so it's out the way. Because remember, if you bottom deck a card, your opponent's gonna there's like no really like shuffling in this game by the looks of it. Considering that we've seen like with the mower, the you look at the top, you like shuffle you look at the top five or something, and you shuffle them randomly at the bottom and place them at the bottom of your deck. So there's no really like in Master where you can shuffle your deck multiple times. Like you search and shuffle the deck afterwards, and kind of not worry if something goes to the bottom because you can shuffle your deck and go like kind of rearrange the order. In this game, if you put them to the bottom deck, you have to draw right through your deck just to find it again, which could take a long time or not really see it. So it's a really good card, and it hits the majority of battle cards. Like, the only thing we've seen higher than 5 costs is as a skills we haven't had officially revealed from the green starter deck and the green 8-drop Broly. So there's only 2 cards it doesn't hit, but the rest bottom decks almost anything. And that is the blue starter decks. That's why I feel it's like the probably the second best one because you've got a lot of pressure, you've got a lot of recycling of effects. You can get like your leader can just be a 35k for free every turn on a swinging, and you've got basically recycling of your extra cards to make use of these really good ones. You've got some fantastic extra cards as well. Recycling of things like goating, get more advantage out of your effects to kind of like outgrind your opponent in resources. And keeping it 7 cards does sound like it could be a lot, but it's very easy to do. And after a bit of testing with some of these starter decks, it's very easy to do that. So that's it from me for this one. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one going into why the freezer deck is the best of the star decks. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.